welcome to the Way We Bow.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I like that sound. That was a good sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're getting way better at this. I want to
Yeah.
give you the credit.
Thank
You've
you.
gotten so much better on making
Thank
weird
you.
fucking noises as soon as I say
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. I'm gonna do some worse ones next time. So we'll see.
I'm Jacob Mustafa,
And I'm Eric Todd.
and we are back with more basketball talk. This week we even asked someone, and they said yes to doing it with us. That
Yeah.
second, yeah. Second half of the show, our old friend Sara Rodriguez will be on the podcast. Talk mostly Rockets, but also, some Ludort punchery, where they started being a fan and like kind of how being a Rockets fan can be its own little struggle and how they're way better Rockets fan. She's a way better Rockets fan than either of us are.
Yeah. I mean, Sarah, like, if you want to know about minutia, she knows it. Like
Yes,
it's like holy shit. And this will be a good intro to her. We'll have her on again, but this time will be a good sort of intro to like who she is and what she can.
No,
The ridiculous things she brings to the table.
And she was too fun to not do this again with.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. But we've got some news as we always do. There's always some shit going on. And so, Eric's got some strategy talk here. Eric wants to talk about.
So go ahead. Me? Okay, cool.
You want to talk about the one thing that everyone says is the smart thing to do at the end of a game.
Right. So okay, cool. So I just wanted to, this week, this Friday, we're recording on a Sunday. This past Friday, there were two kind of really big games that, kind of everybody, I mean, they caught my attention. I assume they caught everybody else's attention. Cleveland, the Cavs were playing the Pistons and the Nuggets were playing, the Thunder, both relatively healthy. Obviously the Cavs were missing Harden.
I think Mitchell was out that game too. Actually, I don't think the Cavs were super healthy. I think the Cavs had two guards out for that one.
Oh, Mitchell was out too. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. I didn't have it in the notes. So, anyway, but both games went to overtime. They were both exciting. Detroit probably should have handily won that game. They didn't. But anyway, we'll talk about the Ludor fight later on.
We will.
But, which was the interesting thing out of that second game. But the first game, something happened to me that I kind of key on a lot, and that I feel like, per your point, people say this all the time. People are always like, "Oh, it's so smart if you're up 3 and you should foul the other team, because then they can only take 2 free throws, et cetera, and how that's a smart strategy." Well, Cleveland fucking lost that game with that strategy on Friday. And to me, that speaks to exactly why over and over and over, I feel like that is just, it's a bad strategy. It's the wrong thing to do. And this is so illustrative of exactly why. Again, as you pointed out, the Cavs were without Mitchell and Harden. They were up 3 with 6 seconds left, and they intentionally fouled Dennis Jenkins, who immediately put up a 3 at basically half court, and then it got called for a 3-point foul. Right? And so what happened? He took 3 free throws and he fucking hit all 3. Then they went to overtime and he freaking blocked Dennis Schroeder at the rim and then went down and hit another shot. Like, also, how amazing is Dennis Jenkins? Like, what a find for them. Just fantastic.
Free talent. JB Bickerstaff just be producing them out there. Yeah.
But to me, kind of more importantly, like, again, it's like this can happen, right? Like, you can if you're intentionally fouling, the motion of going from I'm dribbling to putting up a shot can happen so quickly, and that's so subjective, right? Based on the ref's takes. Like, I just feel like you could turn this from 2 points to 3 points very quickly. Also, just make the other team make a shot.
I was like, no matter what, you're giving up points. Like,
you're giving up points. You're giving the other team free points, and you're stopping the clock.
And you're allowing the free throw game to continue. Whereas you just play good defense, and if they stop, then it's over. The game's over. There's not another chance.
Right, exactly. The other, like, the whole, to me, we see fouling at the end of games for the team who's behind to be able to stop the clock. Right? Yeah. If you're ahead, why are you stopping the clock on
Clock is
purpose?
your friend.
Why are
Clock
you
is your
giving the
safety
other
defender.
team free throws?
Yeah, I know.
You know?
So this is my only bounce back on the or pushback on this is yes, I completely agree. This has obviously always been what I've been afraid of with this strategy. So there's the entertainment factor here that I just don't like about this. I want to
Yeah.
watch a basketball game.
Yeah.
Don't fucking
Everybody's
foul me.
already complaining and trying to
Yeah,
figure out
yeah.
ways to,
Like, let the fucking guys play
yeah.
and stop trying to outsmart the game and fouling someone to not give them up the shots. But you know what? If I'm a coach, if I'm Greg Popovich or if I'm Jeff Van Gundy, I understand why in their mind their job is to win. Their
Right.
job is not to make the
Yeah,
game.
exactly. Like
Yeah.
whatever the
Okay.
entertainment
But
value,
I,
like
I, as
that
a
doesn't
viewer,
matter to
care
the
about
player's
that
ability.
aspect of it, which is
Yeah.
why I have, for the most part, liked how it's been called in the past, or what you call it. I like how the Dennis Jenkins thing was called here. Excuse me. I don't like how it's been called in the past, but that is the pushback here. The pushback here is Luka and Russell Westbrook and James Harden always know that foul's going to come, and they
Yeah.
always put up that three,
They
and they
put it
never
up.
get
Yeah.
that call. And they never get that call. They always get fouled or
Yeah.
what you call it, get called a two-shot foul on the floor. Except for this time, Dennis Jenkins, I will give him the credit. He has never done that before, so they don't have that like negative connotation of, oh, this is
Yeah.
Luka trying to bullshit the refs
Trying to
one more
game the
time.
system or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But also Chris Paul like lost a game in a playoff. So based on this exact play, Russell Westbrook fouls him. He tries to do the fake fucking 3-point foul. They don't call anything, and then Russell gets the ball. They get the points, and then they lose the series. And everybody talks about that's like Chris Paul's great or failure in the playoffs. But I liked how they called this because I like the idea of turning away from that as a like stratagem. I just hate it. Why are you doing
Yeah.
that? Let the play. This is the NBA basketball. Play defense for 30 more seconds. All I want to watch is one last possession where they're down three and you got to stop them. If they make that three, it's the most exciting thing in the world. If they miss it, then fuck yeah, Cleveland fucking shut them down and they didn't have their guys and what a win. And instead, we're
Yeah.
over here talking about the refs making a fucking call on this shot right now. So while I agree with you in terms of this is logically, it's a terrible idea because guys can always do what Dennis Jenkins does. The
Yeah.
pushback is, dude, they very rarely call it. And on guys who try and get fouls all the times, even when they time it perfectly, they don't give it to them. And so that's why, hey, foul Luka Doncic, he might hit a three. They're not going to call that fucking three that he threw up just because he timed it perfectly. But Dennis Jenkins just proved, hey, they might. They fucking might. Yeah.
I just, yeah, to me, like, I'm with you on entertainment value, but I'm not even talking about that. I think no matter what, it's a bad strategy. I think stopping
I
the
got
clock at that point is a bad, it's not a winning strategy. And regardless of the refs, right? Like, to call it a 2-point foul, you're still stopping the clock, right? Like you're still giving the other team, like, they have 6 seconds, right? They have one shot at that point. Like, you stop the clock, then they're going to foul you, and then they're going to get another shot, right? Like, if you don't hit your shot, like on the other end, right? Like, what if you miss your free throws? You know what I
And you
mean?
just
Like,
gave them, now they're down one. Now they're down one.
yeah,
You
right.
gave
Now they're
them-
down one,
Yeah.
and then or you miss a free throw, and then it's like now they have 4 seconds, 3 seconds left. They can, like, no matter what. To me, stopping the clock is just not what you do there. Just from
I think
from a
that's
competitive standpoint.
from a competitive standpoint, from a fan standpoint, I think we agree in agreement this should probably
Yeah,
not be the strategy you go with. And so I want to talk about something that we very rarely talk about on this podcast, which is older players, former players talking to each other, and
we
also
can do that more.
no. We
Yeah,
always talk about, or yeah, exactly. We should talk about the thing that we do talk about a lot is media. We are the media talking on media, and I
yeah,
am going to do that right here. But I love it because this is like honestly, this is like three of my favorite guys, like basketball guys in the past talking to each other. So earlier this week, Lamar Odom, who is just when he played was one of my favorite players in the world. I loved him so much.
yeah,
He was obviously miscast as the Scottie Pippen to Kobe Bryant for a really long time,
yeah.
but whatever.
But
He
was
went
such an
on.
amazing do everything player, right?
Yes.
Like such a player who could fit in with anybody and his because he had so many
And
skills that
And the classic guy
yeah,
who everyone gets mad at because he's not fucking, Anthony Davis or LeBron James and pouring in our points, rebounds, and assists, but he's doing everything. He's a good
yeah,
defender. He's a good point, or what you call it, point of attack defender, good post defender, or passes the ball well. He's like kind of good at that. Why are we mad at that? Andre
right,
Iguodala got a fucking finals MVP for that. Anyway,
right, exactly.
what you call it?
Great
what I
comp.
loved, so he was on that podcast. He was on Vince Carter and Tracy McGrady's podcast, and they asked him about like some of his, basically some of what he's famous for now. He got famous for getting kind of washed out of the league because he was using drugs,
Yeah.
and he
Well, also
described,
who he was dating and, or married
yeah,
to, had a kid
but
with. Is that right? I don't know.
specifically the end of his career was about the drug use and like how
Yeah.
he got traded to Dallas, and then everything kind of fell off our cliff. I
Yeah.
went, Mar Odom had lived an incredibly hard life before that, and
Yeah.
so him getting traded from the Lakers was kind of a big thing for him.
He had a child die. Like
Yeah.
he had
Mhm.
one of his kids
And
die,
both of his parents had
which,
been dead before that, or
yeah.
at a very young age. Mar Odom is a fucking trooper, and he's lived through a lot. And honestly, the things that he said he said on this podcast were incredibly relatable. He was like, "Oh, I had the." He was like, "Whenever the season was over, I was using." He was like, "I was always using, no matter what." He was like,
Yeah.
"I had a lot of cocaine summers," and two things on this. One, just fantastic mixtape title. Just, oh my God, it's so good. It's so made for it. Like, Griselda, jump on this shit right now. Pusha T, you're too old to do it. Don't do it.
No. No.
I know that there's like
It's
a,
made for Pusha though. Like
yes,
Pusha is
yeah, look,
definitely
the
like that's
temptation
like
is in his
I'm
mind right
surprised he
now.
doesn't already have a mixtape called
Don't
that.
do
But
this.
yeah,
Don't
we
do
don't need
this.
it.
You're
We don't
too
need it.
old.
Yeah.
But Griselda, who are only a little bit younger than them, get in there. Go with Stove God. Go record that shit right now.
Get Lamar
However,
Odom on it. Who knows?
oh my fucking God. Yes, yes. Good fucking idea. Eric is full of good ideas this morning. Um, Finally, the thing I really want to talk about was like the 80s of basketball were like kind of shut down because of like cocaine use and just like drug use that was
Yeah.
not marijuana. And I wondered, I was like, I mean, how much drug use was kind of like just covered up of the last like 20 years? And when I say covered up, I just mean players were smart and were like, you know what, I'm just gonna not do this in a lot in public. And the media in the NBA was probably smart and was like, we're gonna not allow TMC to cover this at like it's a real story.
Yeah.
And instead, we've hidden like how dudes are 25 years old and doing the things that all 25-year-olds are doing. Some of them are clean, some of them are living well, and some of
Yeah.
them are fucking getting really high in the off season and coming
Yeah.
back. And we're like, oh God, I wonder why this guy is having a hard time at the beginning of the season. That's like he probably trained a little bit less than the guy over there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was a little interesting because Lamar Odom is in an era where I think we're long past like hard drug use, what you call it, drugs that are not marijuana. And that was a interview, and they like chuckled along with him, Vincent and T-Mac, to make me think that like this is not like the biggest secret in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, right. People are people. You know what I mean? I think like some people some people take drugs and can, and drink and can kind of party and sort of manage themselves. Some people
yeah,
have addiction issues, like some people, yeah, some people again like to go out and party and go to bars and drink or, do drugs, do whatever. And again, when, per your point, when you're young and when you're rich, like you have those resources available, right?
yeah.
Like you have that time available. People are wanting to hang out with you. So if you have inclinations toward any of those things are available. I mean, Dwayne Wade went on a podcast was recently on I think it was
On
a
Zach Lowe's
podcast.
podcast. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. That's right.
Talking about how much
On
they
Lowe's,
party.
talking about the same thing, talking about partying and how that brought the Miami Heat team, the '06 team together because they were out at bars, they were out partying in Miami, right? A big party town, right? Where people go on vacation. They were doing that and it was how they bonded, you know? Um, so
Shut
I don't know.
down Privé. Ain't that where
What?
LeBron play? Nothing. It's a Kanye Jay-Z quote about doing exactly that, and then they reference Dwayne Wade. What you
Oh,
call
right. Yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. From, yeah, I know that record. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Now, are we? Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Now we want to talk about the fucking thing that I've been wanting to talk about all week, and I'll just, without spending the amount of time that I want to spend on this, which is 90 minutes. Um, I am. It is fucking infuriating how the media is covering Luka Doncic right now in the middle of this season.
yeah.
Out of nowhere, basically, the Lakers are having a mid-season, right? That's what we would say. Like we knew at the beginning of the year that they didn't have the kind of ideal team around
Hey,
Luka. Like, like we said this
they
all year.
added like the team around them like over and over and over. Even the team said we're saving our cap space for next year. We're waiting
Yeah,
for next year to
yeah.
build. We're like the moves they made last summer were not to be good this year.
No,
We're
no.
not to put good players around that. You know
It
what I
was
mean?
to do
Like
the cheapest, easiest version of trying to build a Luka team that you
right,
could. And what that meant was getting a bunch of guys who are past their prime, guys who
yeah.
are not ideal versions of what Luka needs, and then putting them all together and hoping for the best. And honestly,
Getting the cheap, yeah,
what
yeah.
they've
I was gonna
gotten is
say,
the fucking best. You know what I mean? Like what they've gotten is all they could ever imagine. They're 10 games above 500. Like Luka's putting up absurd stats, which we will get to in a second. But what I want to talk about is
yeah, they're
just
wildly outperforming their net rating. We talked about that over and over and over, right? Like
constantly.
their net rating and their team construction, they're outperforming what they should be doing, right? They have way more wins in my mind already than they should.
Yeah, yeah.
By stats wise than they should, right? They
They
should be
shouldn't
above a
have the
500 team.
number of wins they have right now on the season, dude.
Yeah,
Like
right,
they might not be really a 40-win team, but they're going to end up being like a 45-win team or a 46-win team.
right.
So, I mean, unless they like normalize it at some point eventually, which would mean a lot of fucking losses. Um, so what I think everyone's reacting to is basically they started off the season really hot. Austin Reeves dragged them along for a while, even whenever Luka went down with injury, and then when he came back, they won a lot more games.
Yeah,
And when LeBron came back, Austin Reeves kind of went down very shortly after. And so while people have been paying attention a little bit more while LeBron's been there with Luka, they've been a basically 500 team the entire time. And people are punishing Luka for that because I don't know. When I say people, I mean everyone. I
yeah,
mean, I sent Eric a bunch of clips about this because the reason why I sent him the clips that I did is they were such different media entities that were all talking shit. It was Nick Wright and or Zach Lowe and Michael Pena and fucking what's it called, Bomani Jones, and it's just like this list of dudes who and especially the dudes I sent you have all been Luka supporters in the past and
yeah.
have all, and are all pretty balanced as far as hot takes go, right?
Yeah, these
And
are not like I mean, Bomani maybe a little bit, but I feel like
but
Bomani's takes
still,
often are
even
really
still,
are spot
like
on,
not
even if they're
really,
like
not
hot
compared to
takes.
like Stephen A. or Skip
Yeah, yeah.
Bayless
And
or
Bomani's
whatever.
delivery is more like hot takey, but I feel like
Yeah,
his what he says is generally not
and
like he
maybe Nick
doesn't
Wright
his
is too,
takes are
and I
not
shouldn't
ridiculous.
include him in there. But
Yeah.
like, but dude,
Haberstroh,
yeah, Haberstroh, like it doesn't matter. All of these guys who like, and I get that there's like a moment right now where, and Eric and I have talked about it a lot this year about like this just move against heliocentrism. It's like these players who hold the ball the entire time, but we are pretending that Luka's having a worse year than he is. Like they've gotten some bad losses right now, and instead we're ignoring. And I'm just gonna pull them up real quickly. Like honestly, unbelievable stats, and I'll read them off pretty quickly so that we don't waste this or much time. 32 and a half points per game on 22 field goals in the league. Is that the most? I think that's the most that anyone's scoring in the league. That's the most points in the
right?
league.
He's leading the league in
He's
scoring. Is
leading
what
the
you're
league in
saying.
scoring. He's leading the league in scoring. He is got 8.6 assists to 4.1 or turnovers. That's a way over 2.0 assist to turnover ratio. 7.8 rebounds. So that is 32 and a half points, almost 9 assists, 7.5 or almost 8 rebounds on 61% true shooting, which is elite for the kind of shooter that he is, which is a guy having to put up every bullshit shot
Well,
he
he's creating
gets.
the shot and he's taking the shot, right? Like,
Yes, yes.
and he's
And
their whole offense, right? I
he's
mean,
their entire positive offense.
yeah,
And he is, and then when you're going to get to the efficiency stats and you want to go, okay, okay, okay. Well, those are just rate stats. He is fourth in VORP. He is fourth in box plus minus. He is elite. There is
yeah,
no argument, honestly, that he is not a top five player because his team is also in the top six of the West in a really tough West where he has been missing his second best player almost the entire season. This guy's been unbelievable, and we're pretending like what? What is happening here? We talk about it later on this podcast with
yeah.
Sarah, but we are living through the James Harden experience all fucking over again, where everyone just gets kind of annoyed that a guy controls the ball that much if they're not winning like 60 wins a game or a season. You
Right.
know what I mean? Because basically they just don't like the style of play. But I want you to understand what his style of play allows for is that you can kind of do anything on defense. You can have all kinds. Yes, you have to build around him and you have to build around him on offense, but he's the whole offense. You don't need
Yeah.
much else. Like Harden said, I'm the system. I'm not a system
Yeah.
player. I'm the system. Luka's the
So
system.
to come back just a little bit, to rewind just a second, they're on a 48 win pace when their net rating should have them on a 41 win pace. So they're 7 games outperforming what their net rating is, right? So like they should be a mediocre team. They have bad players around Luka Reeves and LeBron. The players know what players everyone else discarded. Players other
Yes.
teams bought out
Yes.
is who they signed, so they could have free agency in the summer, right? Like they're a bad team. Luka is dragging them along, and people are saying it's his fault. Like that's the part that's baffling to me. Is just from like a logical standpoint, it's like this man is amazing. He's having an amazing year. And you're complaining about him. You're saying, and the funny thing is all of these complaints, like Haberstroh has the craziest cherry picking bullshit stat about like
The clutch
not
stat?
hitting a game winner, right? Which
In the
very
last
much
2 years.
reminded me of what's that?
In the last two
Yeah.
years, which
In the
includes
last 2
last
years,
year,
it's-
where he was hurt almost the entire year.
Right, and he's been partially hurt this year. Also, hitting a game winner means the score has to be tied with like a couple seconds left, and you have to be the one to have the ball and take it and make it.
Also,
Like, those
drag that
circumstances-
stat back like literally 5 months before where he cuts it off, and you have 2 playoff game winners that he hit
Right.
in Dallas. Like, here's your bullshit cherry pick stat. He still hits him if you don't
Yeah.
drag it back to the weirdest play. Dude, it's
It's-
insane the
there's-
lengths we are going to throw this guy under the bus.
Yeah, right. And to me, it really comes back to, you bring up Harden, and to me, this really, really comes back to a way that that media treats players, especially star players, when they don't win a championship, right? Like there's this kind of when you're new. I said it to you that we put a clock on a player, right?
Yeah.
Once you get into a certain echelon, once you get into the top 10 or whatever, like, and you don't win a title, there's a clock on before the media starts hating you and before people start saying you're a loser. And it happened to LeBron, right? Like pre-titles in Miami. Like it happened to Harden. It like every single time we have a player who is superlative, who is like carrying his team. When
Dirk.
and this is
Dirk.
what we come. Yeah, Dirk, right? Dirk is a great example. Dirk was a fucking laughingstock until he won that championship. And then everybody, what's so funny is all the same people who just like talk so much shit and just like totally lambast a player are just go quiet, and then all of a sudden are like, oh, he's great, or you know, or like they have nothing negative to say when they had everything negative to say. And the thing about it to me that gets me is that their games and their performance haven't changed, right?
Yeah.
Like in the like LeBron's numbers before winning a championship and afterwards are not really different.
No,
His performance on the court isn't really different.
Dirk fell the fuck off after he won the title.
Right. I
Yeah,
mean, he was old,
but-
right? I mean,
But we
yeah.
didn't. Yeah, but we didn't change our opinion of him. We didn't change. how we
Right,
were
exactly.
talking.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and it's just over and over and over. I just think it says more about us as viewers than it does about the players.
In our expectations.
And to me, it's just kind of embarrassing that media members, that people who get paid to do this, people who are looked at to provide insight, are just kind of, I don't know. I like, you see this with fans. We talk about it a little bit later with Sarah, where we see kind of like fans, Rockets fans overreacting and kind of, you know, freaking out over small things. But it's like media members are not supposed to be a part of that. But I think with bigger narratives, with players in kind of the broader kind of eye of media in kind of that the that broader that larger national media covers. I think we see similar sort of just weird kind of narrative stuff. Weird. I don't know. I fucking hate it because it's really unfair to the players. Anyway, and you brought up here the xenophobia aspect of it. I think that's part of it. You know what I mean? I think that.
I mainly brought that up because I've seen, as the Nuggets have kind of taken a tumble this year as well, a lot of people would just knives out. They were like, oh, thank God, now I can finally say this guy is trash. And you just see Jokic and Doncic getting these crazy attacks. And it's like, European players don't know how to play defense. European players are slow and unathletic. It's like, dude, we're reverting back to our dumbest stereotypes. And those stereotypes work on everybody. And they're all so ugly. And they all benefit American whiteness. And why the fuck are we feeding into them at all?
Yeah.
Yes, Jokic has always been a slight. And I think part of it is a reaction to, especially Jokic getting these like absurd praise from his biggest fans who are like not willing to just say he's one of the 10 best players of all time, which, sorry people, he might be. Like he's at least in the he's at least in the KD.
I think come on.
He's in the KD Kobe range of players. I'm sorry. Fans.
Already.
It's what the stats
right?
It's what the stats show, it's what the production shows, it's what the playoff wins show. I'm sorry. A ring like that, the ring he got was valuable. Also, his fans were saying he's the greatest offensive player of all time. His fans say that he's the greatest player ever sometimes. And those things obviously.
But fans say crazy stuff. I mean, like.
No, but when I say his fans, I mean mostly media fans. Like his media supporters. He's had people like Matt Moore, a lot of there are other people like Matt Moore, but who will put his name up with people he just probably hasn't earned yet. Like when I say earned, I mean, I'm talking about LeBron. I'm talking about Michael Jordan. Like I'm sorry, he just hasn't won enough in the playoffs.
Right. Well, and also he doesn't have the defense there. And to me, the people who are really into stats, like for Jokic, and we don't have to go down this tangent, but people who are really into stats really, really favor offense. All stats really, really favor offense.
And they're much easier to track. It's much easier to track the production.
And we don't really account for defensive stats are really still non-existent in a large way. And so
the best ones we have are on-off stuff. The best ones we have are like the ones that are the most representative of how good you are.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, some of those still have a lot of noise in them, and some of them favored Jokic actually, and that allowed for his supporters to just say off the wall shit about his defense. Yeah. And they still do on Luka as well. But I want people to recognize, okay, yes, they are not necessarily peak defenders. For Jokic, I would say it's even a bigger problem because of his position on the floor. However, being all-in-one top 5 offense as a player, that's like there's no other skill that's more valuable. There's nothing even close. There just isn't. Unless you're Wembanyama, who obviously breaks all the fucking things. Like,
right. I mean, like, as a Rockets fan, the Rockets so desperately need someone to make other people better. Right. Yes. Like, and Luka is the best version of that. Right. Like he makes everyone else on his team better.
I fucking can't stand that we're doing this. Like, I'm living this fucking James's life all over again. We're cursed to be in a repeating loop of the worst shit in the world. Speaking of hating on people who don't deserve it.
Exactly.
Time for me to take some off. Time for me to
Jacob apologizes.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite segment. All right. So we are going to go through ways in which you're sorry.
And I'm wrong. And I've been wrong.
And you're mostly just that you're sorry. Like in multiple ways. And so
all the definitions of being sorry. Yeah. All right. Okay. Let's start this apology tour. I've got 4 stops on it. Eric also has a few. He doesn't know about one of them, but I'm going to do it. That's the end of it. Okay, but my first one is obvious, and it's homegrown, and I'm not the only one who's doing it, and I've seen other guys do it this week. Jabari Smith Jr., like, I just was so quick and ready to assume all my worst assumptions about Jabari, which are just like that he's a blah player, that he's kind of good at a lot of stuff, but he's not so good that it affects him. And then basically the moment I was talking shit like a month ago, he has
He
just
just went on a
turned
crazy
it on.
tear.
Turned
Yeah.
it on.
I love
And I
this
was
is my
like,
favorite thing because when you do this, like you did this with Kyle Lowry, like when you do this, when you go all in and you're like, oh, I fucking hit a loser, and somehow that player immediately gets like a mega turbo boost and like all the like outperforms all expectations. I don't know why it's you personally who this happens with, but
because
I've
I'm an
seen it.
asshole. The world,
Yeah, I
I
love it.
push the world's energy so far in one
Yeah,
direction that there has to be the balance of, anyway. So Jabari's 17 and a half on 11 and a half shots, 56%
yeah,
shooting, 45% from three, 6.5 boards, 1.1 blocks in the last month. Unbelievable stuff. Just, he's what we wanted him to be. Everyone has
yeah,
noted his defense on the perimeter has been way, way, way better because he's getting the feedback loop of I'm hitting shots and I'm important to the team. And now I
yeah.
can lock people up because he has that ability. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry. Oh, but if it keeps working, fuck you, Jabari. You're not that good. You're
Yeah.
whatever. Keep
No,
hitting
no, no.
shots.
Look,
We
in
need
your
you so
defense,
badly.
I think part of this is expectations, right? When you draft a
Yeah.
guy as high as we drafted,
And
as
we
the Rockets,
extended
I
him.
keep
And
saying
we
we, right?
extended him this year. What's your
Yeah,
call?
right. As
Yeah.
and you know, and it's there's a certain amount of expectations that come with that, and to me, I just I personally have taken a little bit of a slower approach, but also just to me, it's like there's the expectations of him as a high draft pick, and then there's the additional expectations of the timeline, right? Of the team adding Kevin Durant, and all of us feeling like, oh man, these young players need to be good now. They need to be ready now because they need to. We have this giant, this legend on the team. We need to be able to support that, etc. So I get it. I get some of the frustration, but you're wrong.
Oh. Oh.
Next up,
Yeah, yeah,
Paolo
yeah.
Banchero. This one I love that you're so wrong about it, and I'm just yes.
And so I'm gonna apologize only sort of here because I never said he was bad. I never said he was. I just
You
said I
did
would
say they should
rather.
trade him.
I said that they should consider it. I said that they should consider it. And apparently, what that meant was they should trade a guy who is averaging 25, 9, and 7 in the post All-Star
Uh
break.
huh.
They're
Uh
3 and
huh.
2, and the only two losses have been to the Rockets in a tight one and on a Jalen Green bullshit shot in the corner that went to double
Yeah.
overtime. He's
Hmm.
look. This is part of why I wanted to do this segment. Is the thing that I think we are not fair enough to players on, and I have not been fair enough to players on, and I need to keep in mind as someone who literally used to play basketball 6 times a week and cannot do it anymore. Is guys get injured. Guys get injured and they are less productive than they used to be. And I just need to admit that sometimes a guy who I'm like wondering why he can't get to the rim like he used to and why he's pulling up for shots that he shouldn't take, probably because he doesn't trust his knee right now. It's probably because he doesn't
Yeah.
trust his ankle right now. He's
Yeah.
probably not able to use his strength in the way that he used to. And that goes for what you call it, the guy I'm about to apologize to, the next two guys I'm about to apologize to,
Yeah.
and this guy. Look, Paolo's looked like a star since he's come back. He's been able to look like a star before. I gotta chill out whenever young guys are injured and they have big fall offs in production when they come back because
Yeah.
we need to see if they're gonna get right again.
Right.
Yeah.
Because bodies are failable things, and and we don't take that into account, and players, to their credit, don't complain. They
Yeah.
don't come
Yeah.
out and like I've been complaining to you all week that my back hurts. You and my wife are really probably sick of hearing about it, but like you
No.
know we
I just
don't
want
hear
to make
about
sure
that
you're okay,
like for
baby.
players, right?
I love you.
What?
I just want you to be okay.
Yeah, me too. Anyway, moving on. So you are going to apologize. This is something I think that you chose to apologize about that I wasn't
This
even
is
going to give you shit
this is
about.
less an apology. We're talking about the MPJ one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
MPJ and Cam Johnson, just that whole
this is
trade.
less an apology than it is an acknowledgement of, and Sara Rodriguez, whenever I was texting her about this, who's about to be our guest, said like you're talking about separating the art from the artist. And that's really what I needed to do here. MPJ got traded for Cam Johnson this year. Tim was on our podcast and I was like, this is such a good trade. This is so good. And then they get the point, or like it's obviously an on-court fit, and they get the money back. Eric was
Yeah.
always a little more hesitant, was like, it's a good trade because they get the money back, and they ended up signing Jonas Valanciunas with that money. It worked out
And
for them.
Bruce Brown, like a bunch of guys.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But what I was really in my mind is MPJ's been hurt a lot. and I don't like him. He's a jerk. He goes on
Yeah,
podcasts all the
he seems
time,
like a bad
says
human being,
stupid
like
shit. He's an asshole.
a
I don't
crazy
like him.
misogynist. Yeah,
Cam Johnson goes on podcasts all the time too, and he is lovely and he is a
he is
sweetheart.
really lovely.
And
He
I
might
want
be
to hear
like
him talk all the
I
time.
do. Yeah, no,
So
he might be like my favorite personality, and he just
yeah,
seems so nice, and I
yeah,
like him. I want
but
to hang out with him.
Macklemore is a good guy, and Kanye West is a Zionist Nazi, and one of those guys is a musical genius. One of those guys you couldn't get me to listen to for a fucking second. You know what I mean? Like, I just got to come on, dude.
Yeah,
Stop just picking guys because you like the way that they
yeah,
are, and that's
yeah.
that's really what my apology is there. And on the opposite end of that, and not even really, because Jalen Green. So look, my apologies to Jalen Green are. I just gotta stop hating on this guy, man. Like, he is the bad player that I think he is. Like, I am
Yeah,
proven
I
right.
like no one's. He's terrible. Yeah,
I
he's been
am
terrible
proven
this
right
year.
every time I
Yeah,
hate on him. But what am I doing, man? This like 23-year-old guy. He's also recovering from injury. He's
exactly.
just a kid. Like,
Yeah.
dude, live your
He
life.
also seems like a really nice kid. Like
I don't,
you know,
whatever. I don't fucking know, and I shouldn't
yeah, we
care.
don't know.
And let the guy live his life and get back, recover from injury. And he's in
Yeah,
another city, not doing shit to the Rockets anymore. Why am I still over here, the last fucking World War II soldier in the fucking Philippines and from Japan, fucking fighting
yeah,
battles that don't matter anymore? It just
exactly.
doesn't
You
matter.
are.
It just
That's
doesn't
who you
matter.
are. Yeah.
Okay, you got an apology here for a second. Just run it through it quickly because I got a real apology for you to make before the end of it.
Yeah. So I just wanted to, yeah, I want like we had talked about Jared McCain, and I had been like, you had immediately been like, oh my god, what the hell did Philly do? I cannot believe they traded him. That is awful. This is like the worst trade of the trade deadline. And I kind of hedged, and I was like, I mean, maybe not. I don't know, but like, I think I was giving Morey too much credit. I think I had assumed that McCain was hurt, like in a way that they had found out some injury about him or something about him that, like maybe that little blip that made the beginning of his year last year kind of a blip. Yeah, no, that's pretty much not what we've seen through 9 games. In OKC, he's been amazing. Per 36, he's putting up 23 and 6 on 48% shooting and 45% from three. He's fit in beautifully. And again, Presti like adds like another additional like awesome piece to this awesome
Cross
super deep team
controlled
for nothing.
second year player. Fuck this shit. I'm
Right,
so
with
tired of
Hartenstein
Sam
and
Presti winning
Caruso,
these
like he
trades.
just keeps doing it. He keeps making these moves around the edges to improve
Also,
the team,
Morey
and they're
should
so
not trade
deep.
with Presti anymore. That's like you
Right?
never don't trade with Daryl Morey. Don't trade with fucking Sam Presti, Daryl Morey.
Yeah,
You
he has
can't
it out
win
for
this.
you for sure,
Yes,
obviously,
yes,
from
yes,
years ago
yes.
anyway. So,
Finally,
okay.
before we switch over and before we get over to Sarah's part of the podcast, just secret topic, secret apology. How you feeling on Conca Nipple, Eric? How you feeling on fucking Conca Nipple?
We've done this like 4 times,
It's
but
never
also
the
they're
hole gets
amazing. Like
deeper, Eric. The hole gets deeper.
it does. It does. It keeps going further. Yeah, I was so wrong. Like there's just nothing. Uh-huh. Yeah.
That's what the whole next podcast is going to be about. That's
Yeah,
the
we're
next
just gonna do a whole
podcast is
Charlotte
just
Hornets. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Hornets
I
and
mean, if
how
they get Bridges
stupid
off that
Eric
team,
is.
like I will watch the hell out of it. So yeah, and they're like top 5 teams in the last month. Like what's
Most fun to
happening?
watch. Conca Nipple is
Yeah,
almost the main reason.
yeah.
Cool.
All
Cool.
right.
All right. And
Okay.
this is the way we ball. We're about to listen to Sara Rodriguez and us talk. It's so much goddamn fun. Listen to the rest of the
Yeah.
episode.
Stay with us.
Mwah. And welcome to the way we ball. We
are back.
Yeah, man, we're back. We're back. We are back from our whatever period of time Eric allowed for the music to play break. And we have Sara Rodriguez on the podcast. Hello, Sarah.
Hi. Hi,
Hi,
fellas.
Sarah.
Hi,
Hi, Eric.
Sarah.
Hi.
Sarah's the last time I talked to Sarah, or like not the last time I talked to Sarah, but like 2 years ago, Sarah was like, I think we're some of our oldest friends that we have. And
This was a longer discussion. Actually, it was a much louder,
was it
much longer discussion. Um,
Well,
yeah,
but
Jacob was involved, so I assume it was loud just by default.
Jacob
You
was
know.
involved. You were involved.
uh-huh.
Ah,
Yeah, and
I was not aware I was involved. This is exciting.
Yeah,
you didn't get to
surprise.
edit the levels on that one, so
I
it sounded
didn't.
probably
Yeah,
worse
I
than this
didn't.
one will to anybody listening.
So,
But Sarah's also one of the longest running Rockets fans I like actually know, like an actual Rockets fan.
Since birth, baby.
Yes, yes. Sarah's my age and has actually cheered for the Rockets during all of the pockets whenever I was like, we should watch other basketball teams. They suck. But Sarah would be sending me messages about like fucking, I don't know, like Garrison Matthews or some shit.
Gary Bird. Gary
Yeah.
Bird.
That
Christian Wood.
that was
Christian Wood,
that was a
KPJ.
time. That was a time.
They were fighting for being the leader of that team. It was so depressing.
The leader of that team. I
It
love
was so fucking depressing. I was at
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
at a game where they played the Knicks, and they started doing MVP chants for Julius Randle
in Houston?
in Houston. The Houston fans.
Oh.
This was right after.
Also, why
Christmas.
Julius Randle? Like, when does Julius Randle
He was the
deserve
best
an
player on
MVP
that team at the
any
time.
team?
This is where we were. This is where we were as
The
a
best
team.
player in a building in the NBA at any
But
point. That's a dark time.
this chant started right after KPJ and Christian Wood got into a fight, a scuffle, and then KPJ stormed off and went back to the locker room.
Because he couldn't beat the shit out of Christian Wood like he's
But,
used to,
but
right?
wait, somehow,
He does to
yeah, like his girlfriends.
Yeah.
WNBA
Oh.
legends.
No, Sarah was just sending me lists of these. We were just trying to bullshit the other day, and she just went way longer than I could. I didn't have I was like, I stopped at David Nwaba, and I was like, if we keep doing this, she's gonna beat me. So I'm gonna stop.
Yeah.
I remember 4 people from those teams. I was busy watching good teams, and other than that, other times. Yeah,
It was a
And
dark
I had
time.
leaned into my Grizzlies fandom, I think, at that point, kind of hard.
exactly.
So I was able to.
And I chased down my Luka fandom for the most part because he is big fat Harden, which we just talked about earlier on the podcast. It's just I can't live through this fucking Luka hate train where it's just like we're just living through the Harden thing all over again. Where everyone and like, why am I cursed to live through this every 8 years? Like,
James Harden is your
Agreed,
favorite
agreed.
player.
yes,
Right.
This
yes.
fella models his game after James Harden. It's just like the James Harden effect that you just have to meet these milestones, these James Harden milestones. He's gonna get
Yeah.
fat.
He is,
He's
and it'll
gonna
be
get hate.
fine.
He's not gonna get the calls. He's gonna get mad at that.
Yes,
He's
yes.
not gonna be able to play D.
But part of that is also he's doing everything on the other end. And so
Yeah, but he needs to do more.
Yeah.
That's that James
I mean,
Harden
we definitely
effect.
already did
Yes.
talk about this, but like,
It's
yeah,
fine.
I mean, I do think
Sarah's here and we have an actual
That's
James
true.
Harden
That's true.
fan. Unlike
That's
you,
true.
who like you have to like feel like you have to measure your fandom for the Rocket. I have no measurement of my fandom for
Why?
James Harden. Because he just
Why
knows
would
that
you
I'm
do
on the
that?
podcast, and so I'm like,
Well, I just want to counterbalance. Also, I just feel like some degree of objectivity ever is helpful. I agree. I know this is the thing that neither of you believe in. Like neither, especially you, Sarah. Like neither of you believe it. You're just like, no, we don't need that. Yeah. We can also just make, because we've had some segments where we just talked about how much we hated the Warriors. I feel like that's also relevant.
oh fuck yeah.
You know,
We're gonna talk about dirty players later. We'll have plenty of chances to talk about the Warriors.
Right. Right. Exactly.
So
So what? Yeah, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was about to do the same thing you were about to do.
I was just going to jump into either. Yeah, I don't know, Sarah. What do you think about this Clint Capella Aiton beef?
I love it. I mean, I love my son Clint Capella returning to the Rockets, like taking up for Steven Adams. Come on, man. And then we have DeAndre Ayton.
Right. Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there anyone in the league like more?
Where did that stray even come from? Like, where did it, like, how did that
He's so
materialize?
unaware of who he is to people. Like he has no concept of who he is in the league. I swear to God, everyone responded to that with,
What?
yeah, DeAndre Ayton
If only.
Clint Capella every fucking day. Holy shit. Luka Doncic like dreams like that Wolverine meme in his bed of a picture of fucking Clint Capella.
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
that's another thing. Like, Clint Capella played with James Harden. DeAndre Ayton plays with Luka.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And they could have a, similar rapport.
I think that's where the comment comes from, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, right? Ayton is saying like, they want me to be a pick and roll dive player. They want me to catch lobs, and I'm just not that guy. The question is, DeAndre Ayton, who are you, bud? Like, are you, because like you don't really have a post up game. Maybe, I mean, kind of. Maybe you're a jump shooter, but you can't really shoot threes. Like, what is it that you're doing that's better than that?
He went to the finals once, right?
Yes.
He
did.
Yeah.
That's
Whatever.
And Jacob argues that he was a great defender, and I watched and I didn't see that.
He played really hard. It turns out when 7-footers play really hard and are mobile, they can do their job.
I mean, really hard was, he played a little bit harder than normal. Like he kind of tried.
Zubac. He beat Zubac in the round before that.
He was set up for success, though.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
I don't know if what he was doing on that stage, like what he was doing himself, was as good as what his teammates were setting him up for.
And
that,
the
like,
guy
catch
he guarded,
at the basket, that, like...
The guy he guarded in the finals also dropped 50 points to close out
the
finals.
Yeah. They lost.
Had the greatest performance ever.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
Yes. Whatever. I'm not saying you act like I'm some DeAndre Ayton fucking stan. I'm just saying he should not be.
I love that I set you up for this.
He should not. What are you talking about? I love Clint Capella. I saw Clint Capella at the Galleria one time at Shake Shack when Shake Shack had just opened at the Galleria, and he was injured.
Oh, Jacob
loves
a Shake Shack too. You're a Shake Shack stan.
No, I am not a Shake Shack stan. Shake Shack is a Zionist fucking entity. I have not eaten that fucking shit in 2.5 years. Those motherfuckers can fuck themselves. But they did make a decent burger before that. Before everything they tasted.
Before it popped off.
Yeah, exactly. Before everything they ate tasted like Palestinian blood. Anyway, but Clint Capella was at Shake Shack in like 2019 or something, injured, mind you, had not played in like 5 days or like a week or something. And I remember being like, I don't care. He deserves it. He earned a burger. Clint, I'm sure you're in the gym right now. Also, James he's not leading this team well right now if his rook is over here eating a goddamn burger on his fucking injured days. Whatever.
Yeah,
I love Clint.
Clint Capella organized like a celebrity soccer match at Rice. Like,
did you play?
Like right before he got traded.
Or you're not okay? Yeah, you have to be a celebrity. Sorry.
Yeah. And I went as a spectator. I didn't go to participate, Eric. But I'm
just saying, like, you're a celebrity to us.
It felt like you called her out. Like,
you did.
I did.
I had to follow it up. But anyway, he organized a celebrity soccer match at Rice in the heat in the dent summer. And I went because Clint Capella. I'm a homer, you know that. And he didn't show up.
Oh
no!
He didn't show up, and it was like right when they were like, "Are we going to keep him? Are they going to trade him?" All that stuff, and like he was like, "Fuck you."
Well, that's like the time that during the bubble,
not do anything.
What's that?
Did Robert Covington show up and also not do anything?
Oh, brutal.
I don't know if you. There's more conversations about Robert Covington to be had.
I don't know. No. What do you have? I have no Robert Covington drama. Go.
No, I don't know if we should talk about it.
Oh, okay. All right. All I know about him is he came here to be the small ball 5 and was neither a 5 nor good at shooting a 3. So
we talked about this a little bit. I think maybe it was offline, but just that end of that era that Morey chose to kind of pivot to a small ball lineup with Russ right at the time when the Warriors kind of ended, and then the Rockets had to face this giant Lakers team where it's like, oh yeah, that was maybe not the move at that moment, you know? Like, we were talking about this in kind of a Russ defense, like, in kind of like, actually, Russ was really amazing, and maybe he didn't deserve all the hate that
Rockets legend, Russell Westbrook, never deserves the hate. Point blank, period.
I just, as a guy who shit on him,
Jacob was like, in defense, as a hater, as a hater, chronic
right? As
hater,
a professional hater,
as a chronic hater, you know, I have to hate on him a little bit.
You haven't heard this part yet, Sarah. But there's at least a good 20 minutes of me apologizing for being a hater earlier on this podcast.
That's just going to be a regular segment.
That's literally baked in. Like, we just did that. So
Jacob apologizes.
Okay. But I have been hating on Russ for so long at that point because he and Harden had the 2017 battle for the MVP that, like, it was a slow turn in my brain to be like, okay, it doesn't matter what the end of these plays are. He's doing the right thing all the time. He has the right energy. He's scoring 30 points a fucking game. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. I'm past the fucking ball.
Do you have beef with like every other athlete that won the MVP when James Harden should have?
Yes. Yes.
Curry.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, like,
yes. No. But go down the list. Are you fucking kidding? Kawhi?
Giannis?
Voting for Kawhi in 2017 over Harden? Are you?
He's such a funny guy.
He led the league in assists.
I do kind of love Kawhi. I do.
Bro, Ryan Anderson was over here giving us real minutes because James could find anywhere. Come on.
Rhino went on the IL for cutting his finger on his garbage can.
Wait, is this real?
That's real.
Yes.
Is that true?
It's true.
Yes.
I do love him. Yeah. That's who I feel like I am. I mean, not to be like white guy, white player comparison, but I just feel like he's like notably soft and doesn't want to run the floor, so he just figures out how to shoot from like 90 feet or whatever. So, and I just feel like that's me. Like, I feel like this is what I would do. Yeah.
You relate to Ryan Anderson?
Was a good rebounder.
You can't make a shot in your home stadium? He was so good. He was so good traveling. He was so fucking good traveling.
And in the moment, he's like the only shooter that's true of. Like, that's never been true of anyone else.
Wait. Okay, was this statistically true?
Yes.
Are y'all like?
You don't remember that?
No, I don't.
His splits were terrible at home. It did not make sense.
Yeah.
Of course, Sarah remembers that. Right. Okay.
Hello.
But yeah. So basically, he. Right. Exactly.
No, I was done. I'm glad. I'm glad to be aggressively interrupted.
This is what you asked for. This is true before we started. Yeah, and I'm delivering.
I just want to be a part of the group.
Well, we want you to be featured. So, anyway, so go ahead, Jacob.
No, I was just gonna ask. You said that you've been a Rockets fan from birth. Sure. When do you remember like actually getting really, really invested in the Rockets? And was there ever a break?
T-Mac.
Yeah.
T-Mac, if T-Mac can do it, it can be done. It like did something to my brain where I'm just like, that's the energy I bring into being a Rockets fan is like, he did it. He needed seconds to do it, but he did it. He did that shit.
You can be 5 for 20 and you can turn that shit around in 35 seconds. Change the whole fucking thing. Yeah.
T-Mac.
That's a beautiful fucking inspirational idea for this game, or for this in general. Is that we're just gonna play the 13 for 35 seconds at the end of this for no reason. Completely unconnected.
It's my favorite thing.
Oh, over and over again, I watched that clip. Steve Kerr is like progressively getting less biased towards the Spurs as it's going on. And he's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Is he gonna keep doing this? Yes.
Man, fuck Steve Kerr though. I fucking hate that guy so much. I wish MJ could come and kick his ass again.
One more time. of the horrible shit KD said, that was easily top 2 funniest things that he said. He does not like dark-skinned players anymore. Michael Jordan beat his ass.
I mean,
Katie did say a lot of funny shit in there. There was
KD's funny. He's terrible.
I mean, he was really trying to be funny. That was
terrible.
He's Donald Trump. He will make you laugh consistently, and also you should not allow him to make any decisions anywhere.
Yeah.
Why? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like,
I mean, okay, so you don't understand why he would say those things, or why?
no, like the whole idea of having like these burners.
Yeah.
And then like engaging in conversation where he's like conversing with himself to talk shit. Like he is going so far and like so far with like the effort to talk shit.
Right, and like clearly the people in his group chat, his friends are only have to goad him so much, like are
Exactly.
expecting him to come in and talk shit about the people in his life, right? Like I'm with you. I just feel like even if this is a private conversation, like why? Like that's you know what I mean? Like that's so fucked up to talk about other people in your life like that. Like
I remember being KD in my life. I remember like people were entertained.
You love a gossip.
Yeah.
Also,
I love to gossip.
It's because you will do anything to make someone laugh. If someone laughs at your joke, like that's the most validating.
That's what I mean. Thing. That's what I mean.
That's compulsion.
But also it's like I feel like you say you remember being that, and you remember being that probably as like a fucking teenager.
Yes.
Right? Because that's like a childish impulse, right? You know what I mean?
It's like that when I was like 16 or 17, maybe like 19. People they liked winding me up because they thought I would go off and say something crazy
and say crazy shit. Yeah,
yeah,
and I would yell about it.
Right. Well, that hasn't changed. Some of these things haven't changed, but also
I try to direct it at people who deserve it at this point, at least. Like there are tons of terrible things that are happening.
Well, also, I mean, I think you get to a point where you realize, hey, I might say something, and that thing, number one, that thing might get back to that person, but more importantly, like, you start to realize, hey, I should probably have respect for people in my life, right? Like, I should probably have a modicum of, like, decency and decent respect.
That you work with,
like,
that you spend so much time with.
Who you call your brother in fucking podcasts? Yeah.
The Harden thing was just so, that to me was so indicative of, like, the point of this was only to make his friends laugh, right? Like, that was it. You know? Like,
you can just get him to fucking say anything.
Honestly, Sarah, I just think it's fucking embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, and thus, to me, his reaction to it, which we haven't really talked about, like,
yeah, go ahead.
Has clearly been he didn't fucking, he's just like trying to sweep it under the rug because it's embarrassing, because he's fucking embarrassed and he doesn't want to deal with it. What I wonder is, like, what did he actually say to his teammates, if anything? And my guess is probably nothing.
I feel like the Rockets organization probably dealt with it. Like,
you think so?
I think so, because that's a really fucking bad look. You're talking shit about your teammates. They're young kids.
All of them.
They're young kids, and they are so fucking talented for where they are right now. And they were drafted so high, and it's just like, put some respect on their name. You're making it look so bad for the whole Rockets organization. Like, you're trying to tell your GM, all the like staff, you don't trust their judgment.
Yeah.
You've got these shitty players. He said really, really unkind things.
Kwame Browned our whole young core. He did the whole thing.
Except for Reed.
In one fell swoop.
Except for the white one.
Except for Reed. What does that say?
Who he clearly loves. I want to know who he clearly, like, you can see his visible interactions with Reed are like much more positive than they are for the rest of the guys. I don't know.
Which says multiple things.
Yeah.
Katie's fucking good. Like, for all the shit that we're saying, generational GOAT level.
Yeah, he's
like,
right.
And for him to be putting all of this interest in Reed, and for him to be trusting Reed, and for him to keep Reed off of his fucking shit talk list.
Yeah.
Like, he has a lot. He's invested.
Where are you on the on the Ime play read more, what you call it, conversations online.
I mean, this catastrophizing business that Rockets fans do
It's ridiculous.
on the web, like maybe trust the process a little bit.
So what do you have to say about Ime in general, though? Because
In general,
I
like
love
as
that
a
you say
person, as
trust
a
the
man,
process.
you want me
What?
to
Not
judge
as
him
a
as a
man.
man?
Not as a man. Not as a man.
That
Bumbling
part.
Nia, bumbling Nia though.
Not as Nia Long's former lover. No. I as a coach, because I know you sent me some spicy ass shit about this like the other day.
I play devil's advocate. I like going both sides sometimes.
So you also understand KD.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He contains multitudes. We all do. But
Huh?
that shit's a bad look.
It is.
Tighten up, motherfucker.
For real. For real. We all make mistakes. Go apologize, you fucking asshole.
And
But yes, no.
hopefully he did. Hopefully he
Now,
did.
no. Give me your Ime takes because you're probably watching more Rockets games than even Eric and me, and I want to know like you get to see the day-to-day decision making. Where are you at on Ime?
I think he should play Reed Shepherd more. The kid's good.
I mean, but like, do you understand? See, to me, I get why he hasn't been playing him because I also see the mistakes. Like Reed makes a ton of fucking mistakes. Like on offense, he just like I think he's super talented, but I think he's also very young, and in his decision making,
Yeah.
is like very, very. It feels like his decision making needs a lot of work and a lot of correction, and he needs a lot of coaching. So like, I get not just like throwing him in there and being like, hey, but that said, Sarah, do you think that when you say you think he should be played more, is that about development, or is that you just feel like the team really needs him, or what's your thought?
I think it's about development mostly. Like I think putting him out there with KD as much as possible is a really great idea. But also I understand he's young, he's inexperienced. He does make some questionable decisions. I think that other players on the team also make questionable decisions sometimes. Sometimes they make a little bit of crazy passing, but yeah, Team Reed.
You
I
talking
love
Yeah, I
about
mean,
Ime though.
turnovers are
I
bad.
respect Ime.
you talking about any former Ottoman Empire descendants on this team?
Oh, I don't know.
Who else were you referring to, or what you call in terms of bad passing, or
Hmm.
like why?
I think people need to find the fucking corner sometimes.
Ah, Jesus.
Pass to the man in the corner. You don't need to try to take it to the
Every fucking time. I
like
know.
you don't you're
Yeah.
not gonna make that play. It's like you're chasing that play, but
Before I feed you more ways to hate on Shingun real quickly, because those also align with where I'm at right now on the team. Real quickly, I do want to say, I think where Eric's talking about with Reed is the thing I see all the time is he's just way more reactionary than you need a point guard to be. You need a point guard to be a bit more anticipatory than him, and he is always going to what everyone is taking away. But you have to understand, NBA defenders are smart and they know what they're
Yeah.
giving you, and they know what they're about to take right back from you because you thought that the pocket pass was the only thing open. Like a guy like Harden, we see the pocket passes work sometimes, and you're like, well, yeah, oh my God, that looks like Chris Paul, that looks like Harden. Holy shit. Those guys have already done two or three lookaways that have made the defender react harder to the corner than they possibly could, and then he gets the guy with a dunk, and then he gets the guy with the or with the across the or court corner pass. And right now, Reed is just like he's just taking what the defense gives him. But as a point guard, you kind of have to tell the defense what to give you until you force them to go into other positions, which I get why that frustrates Ime. You've got KD, you've got all this, but also, dude, he's like maybe the third or fourth most talented guy on the team. You need to fucking play him because we got to see. He's got to get the
Yeah.
reps. He's just got to get the
he's
reps.
most
To
talented.
me, I was, and not to like belabor this. To me, I was thinking more off the ball. Like I see him like make the wrong cut, or like don't set the screen the right way, or be in the like clog up the
Really poorly
the
set the screen.
spacing.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like I see that, and like, and mistakes like like on defense where he'll sell out for a steal and let somebody get a layup, like shit like that. That's like decision making stuff that's correctable, and he's very talented. It's not about his athleticism or his skill or anything like that, but it's just like, yeah. Sorry, Sarah, you're making a face, and I'm assuming
40, and they should do that.
I don't know.
Um,
I feel like maybe you're just being a little hard on Reed. Maybe we should have the same conversation, but about Alper and Şengün.
I'm ready to do that. I'm always ready to fucking do that.
Yeah. Go ahead, because I'm curious about your takes on Şengün too.
I have a bunch.
Go. What? Why do you think? Where do you think he's failing us on offense? Because that's clearly on defense. I think it's clear some of its effort, some of its physical ability, some of its injury. But on offense, I think is the part where I think the fans who are really pro Alpi and the fans who are less pro Alpi don't understand each other because they're like, stats, look at the production stats.
I'm pro Alpi.
Okay.
But just because you love someone doesn't mean that you can't want the best for them. You know what I mean? I think that he needs to focus more on being like, not being the guy. Like, I know he wants to be the guy. He wants to make the tough shots. He wants to do the buzzer beater. He wants to do all that shit. But I think being the guy is being a willing passer.
Yeah.
I think it's
really
just part of
his passing.
It's just like part of that James Harden superstar level trajectory where it's like you're trying to figure like this is your team.
Yeah.
And you're trying to figure it out and you're trying to be the leader. But also, I mean, humility and whatnot. You need to pass the ball. You need to pass the ball and or lose.
Or lose.
No, I mean, yeah. And then like further like also just going back to Reed a little bit. The other day Reed was the difference in a loss or a win. He came in the third quarter, got 20 points.
Yeah.
And they were down 19 for the whole game. So it's like
other guys just can't do that on this team. You have to let him he has to have those opportunities. You got to feed him. And also like you do as Ime, you just got to let him have a little more rope, even whenever he's got the failures that he's got. Because yes, the shit that he is bad at is all of the stuff that you want a guy to learn in the league. But like, he's got to learn it. Like, he's not going to just learn anticipation shit. He's not just going to learn feel without getting a chance to fail out there and feel himself out, you know?
Yeah. To me, it's just that his shooting and self-creation from that position, from the perimeter, is just such a needed. There's no one doing it on the team. So it's like, hey, I know this guy's young and you want to kind of bring him along slowly, but like, this is just a necessary thing. To me on Şengün, I don't know. I think we need his passing, and I'm with you on kind of the growth, right? Like, I don't know. What's funny is I was kind of out on Şengün before this year. I was kind of like, oh, he's overrated. And then like the beginning of this year, like he had such a great beginning. I was like, oh, I love Şengün. He's our star. And then, then he got hurt. And then, it's so I just think it's a roller coaster. You know what I mean? And I think I'm trying to not be on that roller coaster. Obviously people online, like after every win or loss, everybody's like, we're the best team ever. Or, oh my God, they should blow it up, And so it's, I don't know. It's tough. But we only have a couple minutes. Do you want to talk about this Lu Dort situation?
Yes.
Lu Dort.
The situation from Friday where Lu Dort like did a kind of slide. He did a slide kind of trip of Jokic.
Not that slide. Very obvious.
Got thrown out of the game, and Nikola Jokic went like I don't know. I don't have a reference, but just like he looks like there might be flames coming out of his eyes.
That dates me, that reference, but still, he went fucking ham on that boy. He was looking him in the eyes like this. Was amazing. It was amazing.
That wasn't even Dort either.
No, that was Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
Who got himself involved. Yeah. I think Jokic was probably saying some version of like, you, I will kill you. Dort. Okay, so the thing I wanted to reveal to y'all on the pod was this thing that happened. Dort's plays are so dirty that a compilation of Dort YouTube dirty plays got banned for sexual content because he was touching their fucking balls so much because he always grabs a guy on the balls when he can't get through a screen because he wants to stop the roller.
So he's literally a dirty player.
Yes, like YouTube, their fucking algorithm was like, oh no, you're not allowed to have this much genital contact on one of our fucking videos. Yes, that's the kind of guy Udor is. I'm just saying. Do you think he's the dirtiest player in the league, Sarah?
Well, I hadn't until I heard about this compilation, this mixtape.
Yeah, for real. Something in the
I don't
mix.
know who the dirtiest player on the league is right now. I mean, certainly it's not Draymond. Like
Draymond, he's the emeritus. Draymond is the emeritus.
Right. The trophy is named after him, but we think that maybe, I'm with you. I asked this question in our outline because I thought after that play, I thought, man, like, I don't know. Is Lu Dort the dirtiest player in the league? It seems like
I think his best competition is on his team. I think Caruso's the best competition in the league. The only other guy I can think of who consistently is hitting dudes in the balls. All right. On that, I believe that we're closing up here. Sarah Rodriguez, thank you so much. You're so much goddamn fun. Yeah.
Thank you for your time. We wish we could have you for longer.
And we're also going to have you back. We got you back soon.
Thank you for having me.
Love you.
Bye, guys.
Jacob Mustafa, This is the way we ball.